2.5 years ago, I reviewed the film The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Now let's talk about its sequel, Prince Caspian, which recently celebrated its 15th anniversary this year. Big D's! Entertainment rankings and reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Dual, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 2008 high fantasy flick, The Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian, released by Disney along with Walden Media. This is the second, based on the second published and fourth chronological novel of C.S. Lewis's The Chronicles of Narnia book series. The film was directed by Andrew Adamson, who co-wrote the screenplay with Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely. Now, it's the second installment of the film series, The Chronicles of Narnia, and sequel to The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Now, if you haven't seen my review of that film, I advise you to click on the card that'll take you to that video, and you can watch that in case you might have missed it, or if you want to see it again. Anyway, William Moseley, Anna Popplewell, Skandar Keynes, and Georgie Henley all return, plus the voices of Liam Neeson and Tilda Swinton reprising their roles from the previous film. While it also includes Ben Barnes, Sergio Catellitto, Peter Dinklage, Eddie Izzard, Warwick Davis, Ken Stott, and Vincent Grass alongside. In the film, the four Pevensie siblings return to Narnia to aid Prince Caspian in a struggle for the throne against his corrupt uncle, the cruel King Maraz. While the film did a little bit just about as well as its predecessor, but I think this kind of comes a little bit behind. But though I only watched it one time years back and never watched it again, but more recently I decided to give it a second chance. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into our story. In Narnia, almost 1,300 years after the Pevensie siblings left, Caspian, a Telmarine prince, is awoken by his mentor, Dr. Cornelius, who informs him that his aunt has just given birth to a son and that his life is now in grave danger. Cornelius gives him Queen Susan's ancient magical horn and instructs him to use it if he is in dire need. Knowing that his uncle, Maraz, would kill him in order to be king, Caspian flees. Chased by several Telmarine soldiers, Caspian falls from his horse and encounters two Narnian dwarfs and a talking badger in the woods. One of the dwarfs, Trumpkin, is captured by the soldiers after sacrificing himself to save Caspian, while the other dwarf, Nicabrick, and the badger, Truffle Hunter, save Caspian. Not knowing that they are trying to save him, Caspian blows the magical horn trying to summon hell. In England, the four Pevensie children wait at the Strand tube station for their train, which will take them to boarding school. 1 year has passed in their world after they left Narnia. Just as the train pulls into the station tears apart, transporting them back to Narnia. There, they discover their castle, Cair Paravel, was attacked and ruined in their absence. The Pevensies save Abound and Gad Trumpkin, who is about to be drowned, and they set out together. Lucy sees Aslan trying to show them a safe path, but finds her siblings unable to see him. She later manages to contact him in a dream, but only Edmund believes her. Meanwhile, Nicabrick and Truffle Hunter lead Caspian to the dancing lawn where all the old Narnians have assembled. Caspian convinces them to help him win his throne. Caspian and his troops encounter the Pevensies and Trumpkin, and they journey together to Aslan's Howe, a huge underground hall built over the stone table. Lucy wants to wait for Aslan, but Peter decides that they have waited long enough and suggests attacking Maraz's castle. The Narnians succeed in infiltrating the castle, but Caspian, learning that Maraz is responsible for his father's death, goes to confront his uncle. He is wounded by a crossbolt, and half of the Narnians manage to escape while the rest are brutally slaughtered by crossbowmen because of Pier's recklessness. Nickabrick and a werewolf tells Caspian that there is a way he can claim revenge. When Caspian agrees, a hag uses black sorcery to summon the White Witch. From inside a wall of ice, the witch tries to convince Caspian and Pierre to give her a drop of his blood in order to resurrect her. Edmund, Trumpkin, and Lucy arrive and kill the rogues. Edmund shatters the wall of ice before the witch can be freed. All right, now I'm going to the final act and the ending. As always, you know the procedure. You have 5 seconds to stop this video. Go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below to avoid any spoilers. If you've seen the movie already, please continue. Here we go, right about now. Okay, you've been warned. Seeking redemption, Pierre challenges Mraz to a one-on-one duel in order to buy Lucy time to find Aslan. Pierre is able to wound Mraz and gives his sword to Caspian to finish him off. Caspian, who cannot bring himself to do it, spares Mraz's life, but says that he intends to give Narnia back to its people. Lord Caspian, one of Mraz's generals, suddenly stabs and kills Mraz with an arrow and blames the Narnians, igniting a massive battle between the Narnians and the Telmarines. Lucy, meanwhile, has found Aslan in the woods. He awakens the trees, and the whole forest suddenly attacks the Telmarines. Lord Caspian orders the retreat, only to be confronted by Aslan and Lucy. Aslan summons a river god, which wipes out the majority of the Telmarine army, including Caspian. All of the surviving Telmarine soldiers surrender and hand over their weapons. Caspian becomes the king of Narnia and, with Aslan's help, brings peace between the Narnia and Telmarine kingdoms. Before the Pevensies depart, Pierre and Susan reveal that Aslan has told them they will never re-enter Narnia again since they have learned all they can from Narnia, but Lucy and Edmund might still come back. Susan kisses Caspian, knowing she will never see him again before the Pevensies return to England, leaving Caspian as king of Narnia. End of story. So, what did I think of the Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian? Well, after giving it a second chance, I'm going to say I've come to like it a little bit more and what have you. But it's still not quite as good as the first one because I have more nostalgia for the first film. But it has redeemed itself and has proven to be pretty good and what have you. Anyway, the film was released on May 16, 2008, which though I was originally going to review it on that day, but if you saw my recent short video, I got tired that day because I ate so late. So now I'm just a little over, just a couple days late. As it made its premiere in New York City a week and a couple days before its full release, and then a month later it got released in the UK. Now then. Now, work on the script for the film began before the film was released, so filming could begin before the actors grew too old for their parts. Well, Adamson wanted to make the film more spectacular than the first and create an action sequence not in the novel. The Narnians were designed to look wilder as they had been hiding from persecution, stressing the darker tone of the sequel. So anyway, now I will point out, while this didn't quite come close to matching its predecessor, the film went on to make 419 million worldwide. It did get generally positive reviews from the critics. They praised the performances and visual effects, but however, the film's darker tone and mature themes drew polarizing opinions. So again, it did It did fine, what have you, and became the 10th highest grossing film of 2008. Now, however, after this, Disney unfortunately no longer had the rights, as they sent it to their, well, one of their future subsidiaries, Fox, and became the distributor for the next film, Voyage of the Dawn Treader. So anyway, which I actually finally watched, by the way, but I'll review that later on. Now, well, I will say its darker tone was really something, and the themes was, yeah, a little mature, but I do like the effects and what have you, and the performances we got from our cast. William Moseley returns as Peter. He's really good. Anna Popplewell returns as Susan. Yeah, she was good. And Skandar Keynes played Edmund again. He was good too, but again, like the first one, Georgie Henley played Lucy, and I've got to say she was very, very good. Although I've read, according to my source, during the filming, her baby teeth were falling out, and she wore fake teeth to fill in the gaps. Because actually, to be honest, I didn't know that. Nevertheless, I think she was still very good. Now, Ben Barnes plays Prince Caspian. He was very good. Sergio Catellitto played Miraz. He was a pretty good villain. There's there's several others. Let's see. Damien Alcazar played Caspian. Was and that was pretty good. Vincent Gress played Dr. Cornelius. And there's many others. We have Liam Neeson once again voicing Aslan, who was good. That of course, like before, he was good. Peter Dinklage, well, just a little bit before he started on HBO's recent hit Game of Thrones, and and this came out just right about, if I'm not mistaken. Please stand by. I'll be right back. Okay, I was just checking my source. Of course, the previous year, Dinklage appeared in another Disney film, and that was Underdog, and he played Simon Barr's Sinister. Warwick Davis, who you probably knew him from Willow, the Leprechaun films, and also of the Harry Potter franchise, played Nickabrick. Ken Stott did the voice of Truffle Hunter, who that was a pretty good character. Eddie Izzard played a swashbuckling mouse named Reepicheep. Yeah, really something. So anyway, yeah, really good. We had a cameo from Tilda Swinton as the White Witch. Of course, it's just her ghost and what have you. So anyway, so that wasn't too bad. Now, when the film got released, the film currently sits at 67% on Rotten Tomatoes. They say the film is an entertaining family adventure worthy of the standards set by its predecessor. True, but again, as I've said, it's not quite close to as good as its predecessor. Not in my opinion, anyway. Leonard Maltin called the performance strong, the storytelling solid, and the scenery breathtaking. Though he also said it's a dark tale and the climactic battle scenes go on at length. Too true. I couldn't agree more. And there's several others and what have you. But anyway, it eventually surpassed Iron Man when it opened. Still, again, it did pretty well and what have you. So, that's about all I can say. The story isn't too bad. The cast is pretty good. I like the effects and what have you. I also thought the score from Harry Gregson Williams was pretty good as well. So overall, Prince Caspian isn't too bad at all. But would I recommend it? I'd say sure, go ahead. I mean, if you thought Lion Witch in the Wardrobe was good, you might like Prince Caspian. Again, while I don't quite like as much as the latter, but overall, I still think it's fine. What have you? And again, as I've said already, I will review Voyage of the Dawn Treader later on in the future. Okay? So, what did you think of Prince Caspian? Let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Now, I am going to take a break tomorrow, but I'll be back on Saturday morning with my Saturday morning TV log of Turbo Teen. Plus, you will also get my review of Willow and a spoiler-free review of Fast X. So, I do hope you enjoyed my review of the Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian, and if you did, check out my reviews of these other sequels with based on books that were pretty big and what have you. I'll give you their second installment. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets from 2002. In the upper right-hand corner is my review of The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, also from 2002. Or if you'd like, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my review of the first installment of the Lord of the Rings spin-off series in The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.